Guys, we are back. Second video, and I thought what better than to make it a Q&A, and I'm gonna make it a little fun. It's gonna be two-part, but don't worry, I'm not gonna be annoying and make you wait. It's literally just gonna be in the same video. First part is gonna be questions you guys wanted to know about just me, and then second part is gonna be questions being answered with a very special someone. Without further ado, I literally wrote this down like I would forget that my name is Leah and I'm 25 years old. So my name is Leah Kateb. I am 25 years old. I'm fully Persian. Farsi was my first language. I'm a triple Leo. My big three is all Leo. I've been vegetarian for 11 years. Before Love Island, I worked as a quality control analyst for medical devices and also in school for public health. I have one sibling, which is my sister. You guys may know her, Daria. And then my mom and dad, obviously, that's how I've gotten here. 3 pigs, 3 horses, and 3 dogs. And I always have like a rotating foster. I love fostering. I've been fostering animals since I was probably about 11 years old. I would bring them home to my parents' house. It was more of a ask for forgiveness than permission type thing. My favorite movie, my first favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. My second favorite movie is Jaws. My third favorite movie is The Shining, and my fourth favorite movie is Silence of the Lambs. My favorite singer is Taylor Swift or Party Next Door. My favorite meal, In-N-Out, my order: grilled cheese, chopped chilies, extra spread, grilled onions, extra pickles, Diet Coke, animal fries, extra spread, and extra chopped chilies, and then more spread and chilies on the side. 3 things that I can't live without. Probably like sunlight, water, and like my anti-anxiety medication. And then my dog, but she's not a thing. She is my fucking queen. My favorite cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. How is my skin so flawless? I cry as well. Have my skincare routine on my TikTok, and I'll also do a more in-depth video here. I was on Accutane actually probably like a month before the villa. Like that was my last month that I was on Accutane. My skin has been a long journey of getting her where she's at. I don't even think it's where I want it to be. The actual routine is really simple and it's on my TikTok. What are my love languages? I love gift giving. I love giving people gifts, like doing services for other people. I used to say I didn't really like to like touch people or have people touch me. Now, touch has like inserted itself into the mix. Am I surprised that I found real love when I was on Love Island? I'm really surprised. My whole family was saying a joke that I was gonna go there and not find anyone, and like even I was saying that. For a good minute there, they got me. I thought, yeah, you know what? Like, they were right. I'm just on here embarrassing myself, going through it with no reward, but fuck yeah, we made it. Do I know Persian? Yes, I do know how to speak Farsi. Farsi was my first language. A lot of my family members only speak Farsi, and also a lot of them have accents. Like, fun fact, my mom still has an accent. I kind of used to have an accent when I was younger. What is my favorite dog breed? Obviously, other than Blue, which by the way, Blue is a mix between Husky, a Pit Bull, and a cattle dog. My favorite other dog breed is an English Bulldog. Love, adore, worship English Bulldogs. I think they are fucking adorable. If I could get another dog, like my favorite fosters I've had are English Bulldogs. What kind of art do you do? So I was in AP art. I do 2D art, like drawing, and then I also do 3D art. I love to throw on the wheel. I have so many pottery things that I've made myself that I've thrown on the wheel and like put it in the kiln and all of that, literally from scratch. What inspires me the most? Definitely my parents and my family. My parents are from Iran and they came here during the war. my parents came here and neither one of them knew how to speak English, and they were about 20-ish years old. So just coming to a new country and having actually $0 to your name to building something so beautiful for yourself and such an amazing life is so inspiring. I've always liked to do things myself. I'm very independent, and I'm really glad my parents raised me that way. My parents have just been such a huge inspiration, because when my dad first moved here and he was 20 something, he literally was washing dishes and my mom was working at McDonald's, and neither one of them could speak English. To see what they've done for themselves now is so inspiring, and honestly one of my biggest driving factors on making them really proud. Have I had any time to go horseback riding? I try to ride my horse at least twice a month. Now he is 21. I've had my horse since he was about 13 years old. So now that he's older, he does get agitated really easily, and like he'll try and buck me up. He just gets tired easily, and like I don't want to strain him or stress him. So if I do ride him, it's just in the arena, light work, and I know when he gets annoyed and I'm like, you know what, let's rest. My favorite childhood memory is when I got my first dog. Fun fact, my sister and I were in the backyard playing with snails, and my mom came out and saw it and she freaked out, and so she grabbed my sister Daria and I, and we went to the pet shop with mom, dad, and Daria, and we went in there to get bunnies, but we saw a golden retriever, and it was a golden retriever puppy. And I know pet stores, big no, it's closed now, but I was 7 years old. I didn't know shit about shit at the time. But anyways, we saw a little red golden retriever in the window, and we ended up getting her. Her name is Mocha, and she passed away at 15. But yeah, that is probably one of my favorite memories, because that was my first dog, which created a ripple effect of me loving dogs and animals so much. What's my go-to girl dinner? Diet Coke and a bag of hot Cheeto Puffs. My go-to drink as well, a bottle of 1942. Now, if they don't have that available, I will settle for a spicy margarita. What made me decide that Love Island was the move? I think I went on Love Island just because I didn't have plans for the summer, and then they reached out and I was like, well, it seems fun. See, I went on there thinking like, okay, cool, like this is about to be like a nice vacation. I've never been to Fiji. When I found out the destination was Fiji, I was like, I have to go, because Fiji was always on it was my #1 location that I wanted to go ever. So when I found out that, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I have to go. It was like free vacation. Let's do it. Anyways, I didn't know what was in store for me because I was crying every day, but I'm very thankful I went on, because I think it led me to some of my most favorite people that I've ever met, like friends I've made, and obviously I have a boyfriend now. So no, I'm very grateful that I went on, and everything that happened for a reason. I always think when something weird happens to me and then I go and look back and I'm like, no, that actually worked out in my favor. My favorite meal to make. This is kind of random, but my best friend who passed away, her name was Megan, she taught me how to make this little snack. You put it in the microwave, you microwave the rice, and then you put the rice in a little bowl. You put butter, salt, pepper, a little bit of toasted sesame seed oil, chili oil, mix it up, and then you put that in a little, like, you know the little packets that seaweed come in? You just put that in there and you eat it. It's such a good snack, and I love eating it because now it always reminds me of her too, and we would always eat it together. Oh my gosh, what's my favorite outfit? I think I have 2 favorite outfits. My favorite outfit from when I was on Love Island is definitely the Casa recoupling Roberto Cavalli dress. That one is just cutest dress ever. My sister found me that dress. Outside, probably the little Material Girl full D&G look for New York Fashion Week. Everything about that was such a vibe. Favorite online shopping store? Really like The Real. Like sometimes they accidentally price things like very low. They don't know it's like an iconic piece. You could snack some good shit on it. Do I sleep with or without socks? Without socks. Guys, fun fact, I cannot sleep unless the temperature in my home is like 61 degrees. I cannot and I will not sleep. if it's not. My guilty pleasure, anything sweet. Krispy Kreme, Humble, Suzy cakes I love, chocolate covered strawberries. Was I a Disney or a Nickelodeon kid? Guys, Nickelodeon. I am SpongeBob obsessed. I have so many like SpongeBob memorabilia around this home. My favorite season, summer. I love when it's warm outside and you can come into a cold indoor place. And I love the sun. I literally am a plant. What's my favorite song? My current favorite song right now is Us by Gracie Abrams. Shout out my girl Gracie. What's my favorite color? Blue, because of my dog. Her name is Blue. And everyone thinks Blue's name is Blue because her eyes are blue, but actually it's because Jurassic Park is my favorite movie, and in Jurassic World, one of the velociraptors' names is Blue, and I named Blue because Blue knows how to open doors, and the velociraptors in Jurassic Park knows how to open doors, and I'm telling you, Blue is just such a dino. It's crazy. My favorite series. I have a couple that I love. I love Breaking Bad. Probably one of the best shows ever. I know you guys were debating if I watched it or I just got this bear brick just because. No. She's here for a reason. My holy grail perfume, Double Vanille by Guerlain. Drugstore high-end makeup. Honestly, I use both in my routine. I love both. Like for all. Like the concealer is drugstore. My lip liners are in between. Concealer also is in between. Foundation, as of right now, is the only one that I've been using is the Huda Beauty, which I love her so much. Favorite ice cream, cookie dough. My favorite fashion brand ever, JPG or Roberto Cavalli. How do you deal with heartbreak? Guys, when I was heartbroken like bad this one time, thousands of times, there was this YouTube video that I would watch. It was a TED Talk. How to Fix a Broken Heart by Guy Winch. This fucking video. I would watch this on the treadmill. We're at the gym. I would watch it while I'm listening, while I'm driving. I would listen to it. It's good. He gives you some really good insight. And I also think it's really just, heartbreak is so person specific on how people get over things. Honestly, I've gone through heartbreak differently every time I've had my heart broken. So I don't know if I can give much advice on like specific things, but I will say keep yourself busy. I'll give yourself like a day or two to be like, fuck my life. But then after that, let's pull it together, because you gotta just fake it till you make it. That's probably my best advice I could give you. And then also go and sit in grass with some animals. You'll feel better. It sounds stupid, but I promise. We have our second guest here. The man, the myth, the legend, the Miguel.
Miguel. I'll take legend.
So it all began in 1997. The land of London. In a hospital known as Royal Free.
My mum's half Angolan, half Portuguese. My dad's from Morocco. I've been to Morocco probably 3 times that I can really remember. I used to go to Portugal like every year. I got friends out there, my family out there. I haven't been there in like 5 years though, so I'm definitely planning a trip. I've done every job under the book that I can really think of. I've been a handyman, a waiter, a bartender, a mixologist. I've been a coach. I've done acting jobs. I've been a model. Say I'd still do that as well. So you know what? It's just side missions out here.
Yeah.
Building my XP, you get me?
We're gonna answer your guys' questions for us. Now, the one that I got the most is the dock scene that they did not leave in, which was our first chat ever. So the night that Miguel came in, him and I didn't really talk besides when he was surrounded by people, because I'm telling you, it was like a frenzy. Like every girl in there wanted to talk to him. I was like, ew. So I was like, no thank you. So the only time that we spoke the day that Miguel came in was when he was sitting around talking with all the girls, and then a little bit before bed.
From what was perceived, we've had the least conversations, but what it feels like, we've had the most.
So did you pull anyone on your first night?
For my first night, I didn't pull anyone for a chat. I don't know the order, but I know it was Janae, Serena, and Hannah. They were the ones that spoke to me first. I don't know if I spoke to anyone else. I'll be honest, my memory is shit. I have the memory of a goldfish. I only remember very specific things.
So Miguel's second day that he was there, I know everyone was like, oh my god, like Miguel was just trying to save himself and like latch on to Leah when he could because he didn't talk to her at all until he ran out of options. No, that's not the case. They left out a lot of shit. The second day that he was there, I remember it was the morning and I was sitting talking with Connor and you came up and we're like,
oh, can I pull you?
Can I pull you for a chat?
I do remember that.
And then that's when we went to the dock, had our first chat, and then that's when we realized like,
I remember the conversation. I remember when you told me about you having the farm or you having your animals, and I was like, no way, that gassed me because like I do love animals. Some people feel like I've never had an interest for animals. I've always liked animals. Near my house, there's a actual like a stable, and I used to drive like when I used to get pissed off or like I just wanted a moment, or even just to go for a vibe. I would literally drive my car, park it right in front of the gate, and I would literally genuinely talk to the horses. I'd whistle them, they'd all come over. There'd be like 5 horses, and I would just sit there and talk to them. So when she told me that she had horses and like pigs and everything, I was like, oh my god, that's sick. I asked you what your favorite food was, and you said In-N-Out, and I was like, In-N-Out?
And
really?
he was saying he thought it was gross.
Yeah, I remember that as well. And he was like, you gotta show me. He was like, nah, I need to show you mine In-N-Out. And I was like, okay.
And then he was saying he didn't like LA. And you thought it was weird, like you thought Hollywood was gross.
For Hollywood, yeah.
And stuff. But then I was like, no, you need to see my LA. And then
Granted, it's a lot better.
We were talking about, that was our first conversation was when we were like, oh shit, we have matching tattoos.
We started talking about like ancient history and like how I was into
we started talking
mythology.
About Egypt.
Yeah. I was going in about like Sumerian, Babylonian, all these ancient civilizations and my interest in the unknown. And she was like, I'm into that shit too. Hence why she thought my favorite lesson was history.
Because we would always talk about like history and like hieroglyphics and shit.
The reason why that wasn't my favorite lesson is because I hated my history teacher.
So that was his first conversation that he had on his second day there, and that was the night that he had to recouple with someone. And when I tell you, everyone thought he was gonna pick me to recouple with. And then obviously Connor picked me to recouple with, and then Miguel picked Liv that night. But Liv, the reason why she had such a delayed response, she was sitting up there and even Liv thought Miguel was gonna say Leah. And Liv literally thought Miguel said Leah when he picked her. So she turned around to me first and I was like, no, you. And then she was like, oh shit, like I'm still in this bitch. And then like ran to Miguel and stuff. So it was not random. He did not just latch on to me. But also that being said, we don't have phones in the villa. He also didn't have a phone while he was waiting. It wasn't like that. He came in far earlier than like the other bombshells that got to like watch way more and also have their phones and read comments.
Before you go in, you do actually get to see like the episodes when they air. I would say I did, and I kind of skimmed through them, and I remember it was because I was watching One Piece and I was trying to update myself on One Piece before I went into the villa. As I was meant to be watching the episodes, I was watching One Piece, so I really didn't actually have like much understanding of what was going on, the beefs, the friendships and everything. I just went in completely blind. I like to just sort of make my own judgment on people, and from what I saw of her, I liked. And like, even though it was perceived, it was made to believe that people didn't like her outside as well. Shout out the Twitter game that we did.
And also the guys like pulled him aside one day for like a one-to-one in the bathroom with just the guys saying like, beware of Leah, like you shouldn't go for her, which I think is so mean.
Yeah, I remember that conversation. I was in the bathroom and the guys were telling me like I need to be wary, she's a serial liar and everything. Still, I was like, nah, I want to make my own judgment because the person I'm getting to know is a vibe. And she is a vibe. She never lied to me. From what I saw, I didn't see any lies. I know that there's always two sides to a story, and I didn't know either side too well. From the person I was getting to know, she was very mindful. She's a very sweet girl.
What is the best thing you have cooked for each other, either inside or outside the villa?
Oh, this vodka pasta that she introduced me to.
I mean, vodka sauce pasta with chicken.
And she's convinced it wasn't that. She thinks I'm lying when I said it was actually.
Because he was like doing the most. Like he was like screaming, saying how good it was.
No, I was like, damn.
But he did lick the plate clean.
She made chicken with it as well. And the chicken was cooked great. Like, for someone that don't cook meat, he did a great job. That was really good. I like that meal a lot.
He only cooked one thing for me, but it was really good.
I'll say this, since coming out the villa, we've been eating takeout.
Like hell.
Bad.
Because of a special someone over here who had the takeout problem.
I did have a takeout problem. I'm better now.
Do we plan on moving in with each other soon? We basically live together already. Once he sorts his visa, I think we're gonna look for like a larger place.
Right now I'm currently trying to work on my visa, so I can stay here for a longer term. Once that's sorted, we'll probably start looking properly for like houses to move into. Not much new that will come about that would frustrate each other. I mean, she's already heard me fart in front of her, so you know.
Do you guys plan on getting married one day?
Yeah.
Who is the most extroverted? Fuck, I think it's pretty neck to neck, Miguel.
I think you though. Because one thing I'll say is like when I burn out, I go very silent. When you burn out, you are able to still talk. Like, and that's one thing I admire about you. Because this woman can and you know how some people just talk and it's jarring. She can talk and it's just entertaining. Like she lights up a room. Whether she's got energy or not, she'll just stay lighting up a room.
What is y'all's favorite thing about each other? I love you both. Y'all are mad funny.
The way you carry yourself, I think, is the most thing. Your confidence and how you present yourself. It's very unique. There's not many women. I don't think I've ever met a woman that carries themselves the way you do. You know how to navigate in unknown territory. This whole world that we're in right now is quite unknown. And I've learned a lot from you.
Miguel is actually like the nicest guy I've ever been with, which you know, he's like up against some really stand-up men. I'm just kidding, you didn't have much to fight against. But that being said, he's just the best person that I could possibly be with. Like, he does things for me that I didn't even think someone would ever do. And it's very small things. I think it's very sweet. It's very different for me because I'm used to being the person doing things for someone else or like overcompensating to make someone like you. But it's very peaceful, so.
Like I said, going in, I was open-minded to the idea of finding someone to leave with, but I was very I kind of walked into a childish mindset. So firstly I was like, damn, she's fine. The rest just built. When I spoke to you, I was like, okay, she's more than fine. She's actually just a vibe.
My first impression, I thought he was super fucking hot, but I did not think it was hot that every woman in the villa also thought he was hot. So it's like,
it's disgusting.
To stay away.
How dare everyone like me? You know when you're out, like if I'm going out shopping, or like, let's say when I go to New York or something and you're not with me, knowing that I'm gonna come back to you is generally one of the best feelings. Like just knowing that you're there to go back to. I generally love being around you. Like, it's addictive.
Yeah, I just like having him everywhere with me. I feel like he's literally my comfort blanket. I'm like, fuck. You're Miguel's big three. He is a triple Pisces and I am a triple Leo, which is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys say I love you and who said it first?
I said it first. I remember Cordell and I were having a conversation like, I think like
couple days prior, like, yo, we really, like, it's beyond like we both, like, I was saying, I love this girl. And he was like, bro, I feel the same way. I was like, I have to hold myself back from saying it sometimes.
This was in New York, by the way.
Because I don't know if you remember, but there'll be times where like we'd be in bed and I'd just be looking at you and you'd be like, what? And I'd be like, no. Genuinely, it was those moments were like me, like, should I say it? Should I not? Nah, it's too early. It's way too soon. This is coming from the guy that was saying, like, I don't know what's gonna happen in here. We need to wait and see. This whole thing moves too fast. And now I'm out here like, fuck. I'm contemplating telling this girl I love her because I really feel it. Like, it's mad. So, anyways, we're in the Hamptons. We're chilling, and then I'm looking at her, and she's like, "What?" And I just go, and I you know, in like movies where there's like a half an hour monologue going in their head, but it's like a split in like the span of like 5 seconds. You have like a 30-minute internal monologue, and I'm there like, should I say it? Should I not? I don't know. Oh my god, fuck. And I'm just like, man, as you went, I'm in love with you. I really love you. And she just started laughing. She was like, no, like not laughing, but like that cute little no.
When did you guys realize you had feelings for each other?
Remember it was on the beach, the beach beds by the pool, and I was sat like this.
Oh no.
And you was like, you was on the other side. We was just sitting there talking.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh no, I do like this girl a lot. That was the first time I think I was like, yeah, I'm starting to like this girl properly. I think a bit before, but that was like, that day just felt very natural, very chill. We was given a day to like basically get to know each other.
It's because they were giving us time to learn things for the his and hers or Mr. and Mrs. challenge, and
we did not give a fuck.
Everyone else was literally going like back and forth, like, okay, what did you do this? What did you do that? We were literally
we were like this,
and talking about the fucking weather. We're like, huh, like it's raining today so much. Like,
bro, like my feet, like, because we was like slightly covered. My feet were. I was like, bro,
we were in all the fields. We were laying
bro,
there.
we was in our fields there as well. We was just talking. She was like, she kept going. We were meant to be using this time to learn about each other. It was like, nah.
Just like the one time we can just shut the fuck up and just sit there. What is our dream destination that we both want to go to? Egypt.
100% Egypt.
What is your least favorite traits about each other?
Least favorite trait? I know what I can say. Me when I leave bottles, when I drink one bottle.
I don't care about that.
And my farting. I think my farting is least.
He like just blows up the toilet, and then I'm not able to go on the toilet for like an hour, and our shower's in there, and like, was any couple having sex during Love Island? Or you guys? We never had sex in the villa.
Everyone thinks we did. We actually
did not. We did not.
Can't say that for everybody though.
No, we cannot say that for everybody. Everyone got to talk the night of the causerie coupling with their, ex-couple and whatever happened that night. And we were the only ones that didn't get to talk to each other. And every time we would try to talk to each other, and I remember like the second we were like, finally we thought no one was there, Miguel was coming up to me, and one of the like, he was like, that dress looks really nice. And I was like, thank you. And that's like the only thing that they get out.
They literally blocked us in that moment. So they didn't want us to talk to each other so bad that when I actually ended things with Sierra, I had actually gotten in trouble. Bearing in mind, they wouldn't let me do it from the day I got in to 2 days after.
Like break things off.
They didn't let me break things off. Yeah, they didn't let me break things off with Sierra for a whole 3 days. And on the third day, it was only because I did it on my own. Just because I did it.
And then he got in so much trouble, and we weren't allowed to talk for 2 days after that. Like, they kept us separate the whole time.
Yeah, they did not. I don't know. I don't know why they did it. I know what I don't. You know what I'm saying?
It was so crazy. What? What do you want to say? What? Please have him do your makeup. He'll do my makeup one day. Thoughts on your very first kiss in the villa? Do you remember our first kiss in the villa?
It felt really good. I remember I just told Connor that I was gonna pull you aside for a chat. We was having that conversation and the whole outside was empty. It was on our own. I remember that, and that was really weird, but it was just me and you. It was outside, we was talking on our own. I'll see if you can share your lip gloss with me. Yeah, first of all, I was like, nah, she's a really good kisser. She got soft lips. And then...
Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for loving us.
We really appreciate everything. From you guys giving us kind comments on social media to you guys coming up and seeing us in person, and like, yeah, the love is so real.
And so felt. And so appreciated. Love you guys, and we will see you next week. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week.